Okay, yo, welcome back to another fighter showcase, and we're gonna take a look at WINDSWEPT this time around. WINDSWEPT was one of the fighters where when I saw the buff list, I was like, okay, this is pretty nuts. Permanent Precision sounds absolutely insane, and the way she gets it is pretty easy as well. With the evasion stacks and the enrage, I think she's gonna be an absolute bonkers of a unit. So let's take a look at her signature ability here. When hitting an attacking opponent, gain Enrage for 10 seconds and 1 stack of evasion. That's really easy to do. And after evading, 100% chance to gain permanent precision. Precision is removed when suffering a hit. With all those evasions stacked up, you probably will keep the permanent precision for a very long time. So this seems like a very simple yet really strong ability, and it fits her design so well. WINDSWEPT in the past is always about like dodging something to like get some bonus, and here we finally get a really strong one, which is that permanent precision. A rare ability. So we're just gonna go straight into the battle right now. Alright, so we are at Eliza's Diamond Prize fight. And I'm trying out WINDSWEPT here. WINDSWEPT just recently got buffed, and she's pretty strong. Like, I think she's easily one of the best Filias in the game. Comparable to Jin Frizz, even. Okay, I need that position. Please hit me. Okay. In terms of moveset, like, I've just been using this pretty standard Filia bread and butter set, because Ringlet Spike is of course like her best move, no doubt. And funnily enough, a lot of Filia's Blockbuster, like the Blockbuster 2 and Blockbuster 3, they can't really crit at the end, so it's kind of useless with WINDSWEPT. I found Ringlet Spike and, you know, just a typical move set like Drill Tempered and Gregor Samson. That just works. And that's an easy one. Oh shoot. Oh, that was a mistake. Didn't expect her to like... Oh no, my evasion got eaten. Let's just kill her first. Yeah, Ringlet Spike is just insane. Nice. It's a good way for that evasion to block burst. That's actually quite a neat find. And of course, with Filia's bleeds, you don't really need as much damage. I try to make use of her crit permanent stacks of precision by increasing as much crit damage as I can, but it hasn't been super relevant. So as I mentioned, if we look at the moves here, like I try to get as much crit damage as I can to make use of the precision, but ultimately it didn't really matter that much because bleeds just basically kill everything really fast. You can even, like I have Gregor Samson and Drill Tempered here. I think Drill Tempered is always a nice blockbuster to have. Gregor Samson is definitely optional. You can remove this for another Ringlet Spike. Go crazy. Use 5 if you can. Ringlet Spike is just an insanely good special move. None of the other moves I find to be useful, like a lot of things like Blowout, for example, and Fenrir Drive, they do not end in a crit, so you can't really make use of it. And Hairball, it can crit, but like, why use Hairball when you can use Ringlet Spike? French Twist as well. Why use French Twist when you can use Ringlet Spike? It's just useless. And since we already have a guaranteed critical hit from Precision, Permanent Precision, Relationship also doesn't really do much. So there's a lot of special moves that are just a bit redundant. This is again does not crit, so WINDSWEPT can't use it that well. And this doesn't crit as well. So basically, you don't have much choice and flexibility in your moves, but this set is just still pretty bonkers as far as Filias go. This is their bread and butter, and it's still really strong. I just wish all these other moves get a bit of a buff. I don't know, some way to make use of it. But right now, WINDSWEPT doesn't really need any of it. Stats-wise, you know, attack, piercing, crit damage, pretty standard stuff. Special cooldown is of course a really nice to spam your ringlet spikes, because that's gonna be where your damage comes from. Other than that, that's about it. Windswept is basically plays kind of like any other Filia. You do have that evasion stacks to make use of, and there's a potential to abuse it somewhat, although it's a bit tricky. But once you've mastered that, like, Windswept will be invincible. I think she absolutely excels more in Rift battles, and this set even can carries that really fast and really easily, especially because the two blockbusters here are BB1, so they charge very fast, which gives you that blockbuster finish bonus. Anyway, back to the fight. Alright, so this one's actually going to be a bit challenging, because Dream Band with that immunity means I can't really bleed him, and damage is not something Filia is good at. But we are at like streak 32, so it might not be too bad. Okay. Ringlet Spike deals the most damage. This move is kind of busted, but on the other hand, like, a lot of Filias moves aren't really usable, or like they're very underwhelming. It might need some buff. Other moves, like French Twist for example, is completely useless now. This Ringlet Spike just kills it. Wow, this is kind of like a loop. I just need to tap. Don't even care about getting punished. And Leech, of course, heals me back up to full health. Deathmark from the Prestige helps. But aside from that, like, bleed stacks basically just takes care of most of the roster. Like, I think she shines the most in Rift battles, especially against like water-based teams, because of that precision and the heal to get rid of like the reflect damage. Like, Model Leader is not gonna be able to do anything against her. Nice. Oh shoot, I missed. Still dead anyway. I wanna like spam the evasion and enrage, but it's a bit difficult. Also because Ringlet Spikes just kills everything really fast. Wow, Shiny Furmonger. Finally an opponent that does not start with a standout. Oh shit, I missed. Oh shoot. Oh. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh shoot. This is a bad start. I haven't figured out Black Dahlia's thing yet. It might be like double and big bam. With the combo with the Ringlet Spike, I mean. Okay, now I can just spam my ground attack. This is kinda dumb. Look at this. Don't care. Let's get a death mark. Wow, that's still stupid. And it's so fun. Okay, I'm not sure I can do that with standout because she'll just eat my buffs. Yeah, let's not risk it. I'll still try anyway. Okay, still managed to do it. Nice. Overall, I think Windswept is still like one of the strongest Filias in this game. Precision on top of Deathmark from Prestige is a really nice combo. Now you won't be dealing as much damage as you think with other characters with the same setup, because Filia's attack isn't really that high and she's a multi-hit, so you can't really make use of it that well. But the precision is nice against fighters like, you know, Plot Twisted, Shadow Puppet, and Model Leader as well. They basically can't really do anything against Windswept. especially with the bleeds. Like, the ringlet spikes is still the best Filia move, and I don't see a reason why you would ever, like, remove it. Alright y'all, so that's gonna be the end of this video. That was a showcase for WINDSWEPT. Hopefully you can see how pretty busted she can really be. Now, I did not make use of the evasion stacks as well as I wanted to, but you know, these things I'm pretty sure you can abuse it somewhat. I just haven't figured it out yet. There's probably a way for you to like delay some of the inputs in order to kind of trick the AI into attacking you instead of getting hit with a blockbuster. I tried it. I got hit by a multi-hit blockbuster, so my evasion stacks didn't actually do anything. But the potential is there. Regardless though, like, WINDSWEPT is still a very strong Filia variant. Definitely, it's just like any other Filia, you use bleeds to wear down the opponent, but with permanent precision you can ignore a lot of abilities like Shadow Puppets, Plot Twisted, Model Leader, and so much more. WINDSWEPT is amazing, definitely has a ton of rift potential, although the anti-crit defense teams that we've seen lately may reduce her usefulness somewhat, but hopefully I think she's still one of the best Filias out there, if not. But regardless, so that's going to be end of this video. There's still another fighter showcase that I'm working on right now. Apologies for the slight delay on this one. I accidentally deleted my footage, so I had to re-record, and that just took a bit more time. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a great day ahead, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.